concept has been much stronger than the negative impact on I'm not showing this, on net exports. In the case of Brazil, at least, the price elasticity, estimated price elasticity of exports or imports relative to exchange rates, they not only are small, they do not add up to one. So if output does not fall, devaluation does not even improve the balance of trade. In Brazil, I think Argentina has very bad numbers also, but just it's not just that it doesn't expand the economy, it might not even improve the balance of trade. And at least in Brazil, there's another problem, that Brazil is price taker in most of exports. So it's an effect that Crespo studied theoretically. The increase in exports normally, after devaluation, comes from the profitability, the increase in profitability, or the viability of exporting certain products. But there is one point there that is a little bit complicated when you do that, is that you increase the rate of profit enough for certain products that could not be exported. This is true. However, remember, you increase even more, or at least you keep the difference, of the commodity export they always did. So if you don't do something like a multiple exchange rate or taxing some extra profits, you will never change the composition of exports away from commodities, because people don't invest even for the high rate of profit. They invest for the highest rate of profit. They would, if I was a Brazilian entrepreneur, the fact that Brazil devalued a little bit and the profits in the mineral sector are even greater would not convince me to try to export electronics. It would be completely silly for me to do that if I was a capitalist. Since I would probably do that, I am not a capitalist. And that's deserved. But it's very important to me. Remember that. Now, the problem is that less favorable international conditions are not. So this easy ride that the tsunami, monetary tsunami that appears as to people as a problem has given us the easy tendency to revaluation, the not having to deal with devaluation because things were so good in the quantity side because China and the rest of the world was growing, is a bit in question. There is a complete lack of systemic technological industrial policy in the region. I think this is a big thing. And not exchange rate as such. There's only so much we can do. And the real danger that in Brazil is very serious and has been one of the main causes of the deceleration of growth that has been mentioned in a paper by Ricardo Suma and the unnamed author that talked about that.
Oh, I said you presented.
Yeah, I know. That is said when you don't mention. And the increase in
the relevant author.
I know it. The increase in diffusion among heterodox economists everywhere and left-wing governments of the new developmentalist consensus, which is the idea that devaluation plus some subsidies on profits to rekindle animal spirits or whatever. This was the expression used by the Brazilian president, animal spirits. Plus a general fiscal contraction, because they think devaluation is so expansionary that you should contract fiscally. This has been tried in Brazil. It's not a theory. They are discussing the theory. I'm a witness of an application of the theory. The Brazilian novo desenvolvimentistas dominate policy circles. They tried this experiment. They took the previous models. They decided there was too high interest rate and too revalued exchange rate. They lowered the interest rate and they believed that some devaluation would happen. In the end, the devaluation only happened because of the European crisis, but it happened. And that the lower interest rates would...
Footnote.
Yeah.
Don't film this, so I'm not saying this. But what I said is it happened here too. So we devalued significantly, and we are doing fiscal adjustment, and we're also not growing this year. So
that's okay.
It's not theoretical. I'm sorry to say, it's very much our experience.
In any case, in the Brazilian case, we have the idea behind it. Just people who are the Portuguese, etc., not is that a devaluation is so expansionary that would be, especially if coming together with lowering the interest rate, which President Dilma had the courage to do after 20 years, one can only support her for that, would be so expansionary that fiscal contraction would be necessary. But the result was the opposite, a collapse of growth from 7% to less than 2% this year. So we must understand this new context to discuss our new problems. But using this old approach that we think is more productive than the newer approach. Thank you. Sorry for